V and welcome back to my channel. If you're not already part of this close-knit family, make sure you click that subscribe button. That way you'll always be notified as to when there is a new video. Alright, so now let's just jump in today's video. It is no surprise that Hispanics have been an important part of American history and closely intertwined with American culture. After the Mexican-American War, Mexico was forced to sign the Treaty of Hidalgo in 1884, which annexed parts of Mexico to the United States as a peace treaty, which the US did have to pay $15 million to Mexico to acquire. The land that they acquired is now New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, California, and Texas. In World War II, not only did Mexico send troops to aid war efforts on the side of the Allies, but they also contracted Mexican natives to take on the labor needs of the United States. When American men were drafted to serve their country, which also forced American women to take on careers that took them from their traditional roles as homemakers and housewives. Currently in the United States, there are 57 million Americans who are of Hispanic origin. In fact, within 50 years, the percentage of Hispanics that are eligible to vote has more than quadrupled its original rate. It originally was at 4% and has now jumped to 18%. So this begs a question that has been debated by influential Hispanic groups that promote Hispanic activity in the political arena. Could Hispanics be the determining factor of presidential elections? According to the Pew Research Center, there are 3 states that hold the largest Hispanic population of eligible voters, those being California, New Mexico, and Texas, 24% of the voting population. States like Nevada, Arizona, and Florida contain between 15% to 24% of the second highest Hispanic voting population. Hypothetically speaking, if every eligible Hispanic voted in presidential elections, they could help determine the next president. In fact, Hispanics could rival any other minority group who is eligible to vote and hold almost the same amount of political voice as the majority demographic in the United States, which are Caucasian Americans. But what does this mean? This means that if the majority of Hispanics were politically active and went out to vote, they could essentially have more political influence for better representation. It also means that politicians would now have to pander to the Hispanic population in order to get into office, rather than concentrating on the current majority of the demographic of people who vote in the United States. But unfortunately, only 48% of eligible Hispanic voters actually vote and are politically active. This means out of 57 million Hispanics who are eligible, only 27 million of those individuals actually go out and vote. Let me just say this. Because Hispanic Americans have been so intertwined in Americans' history and overall culture, there is no reason as to why Hispanics should be the most politically inactive group of voters in our country. If anything, Hispanics should be on the forefront of political issues because for generations we have been a vital part of the very fabric of America. Hispanic Americans every day have to fight to be recognized as Americans, even if we have been here for hundreds of years. Your inactivity just shows that politicians and the overall government can keep ignoring issues that you care most about. I don't care which party you vote for, all I care is about you going out and vote and letting your voice be heard. So I want to hear from you. I always want to hear from you. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment box below. I'll also link all the research that I spoke about in this video in the description box below as well. Be sure to also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll provide a link in the description box below. Again, I'm Elenave, and remember, always leave things better than how you found it. Bye.